A shipper in Detroit wants to ship material to a customer in Hamburg. In this demo, we will use SAP Transportation Management, but SAP ECC can also be used. The shipper uses SAP Transportation Management to plan the journey. A freight unit is created that represents the material to be shipped. Here on the Stages tab, we can see the different legs of the journey. Freight orders are created that represent the road stages of the journey. A freight booking is created that represents the ocean stage of the journey. This data is then transferred to SAP Global Track and Trace to enable tracking with the carriers. We now switch to the Track Shipments app in SAP Global Track and Trace. In the Selection section, I have created a variant for the shipments we are interested in. The Results section of the screen shows an overview of each of the shipments. This includes information about the carriers, locations, and various statuses. Notice that at this point the execution status is not started. All screens can be tailored to show information that is relevant to the user. I select the road shipment for Detroit to the port in New York. Here you can see various information like planned departure and arrival times and other information about the shipment. Here we can see the number plate of the truck that the visibility provider will use for live tracking. Here we see a list of planned events and a map of the planned journey. The execution process starts. We see that the process status is set to late, so drill into the freight order. We see that the loading and departure events in Detroit were late, but this will not impact the ocean stage, so decide that no action is required. Later in the day, we check the status again and see that the truck is making good progress. The visibility provider has reported an estimated time of arrival that is within our threshold. The flashing blue dot represents the last reported position of the truck. Later, we see that the truck has completed the journey. We check the status of the freight order in SAP Transportation Management. The events have been forwarded and the execution status has been set to executed. The material is now on the ship in the Atlantic. In SAP Global Track and Trace, we can see the visibility provider has reported the ship's position and also sent an estimated time of arrival at the port of Hamburg. The ship is running on time. Several days later, I receive an automated text in Teams informing me about a delay. I go to the URL mentioned in the message. I can see a severe delay has occurred that will impact the delivery to the customer. I call the customer and make them aware of the problem. I then contact the road carrier in Hamburg to rearrange the pickup from the port.